of the musical, Felix, Hagen and Natasha, Hodgson. Morning to you both.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. It's a really interesting one, this, because people may have seen the film,
yes.
but talk to me about how this came about.
Me and Felix and the two other writers, David and Zoe, have been working together to make comedy theatre for a while. Yeah. And we knew we wanted to make a musical together. We wanted it to be an adventure. We ideally wanted it to be true. We wanted it to have heart and, like, make you laugh, make you cry. And I happened to, the old-fashioned way, come across a podcast about Operation Mincemeat and was just completely blown away by this true spy story that, in a completely unexpected way, helped us win World War II.
Just rewind quickly then. You say comedy as well. Not the sort of thing you might think, you know what, perfect idea for a comedy, World War II.
Well, I think, Nazis have been well represented in comedy musicals in a long history. You only have to look at the producers to see that. So I think we thought it was more of a crazy spy adventure than anything else, wasn't it?
So many people ask us, why was this a comedy to you? And we look at people with bafflement in our eyes. If you look at the series of events just bullet pointed out, it's the single funniest thing that has ever happened.
Go on,
in
Felix.
all of human endeavour.
Tell us the story.
Well, the year is 1943.
OK, but we haven't got that long.
So basically, 1943, the Allies need to invade Europe. The only way they can get in, they can't go through France because it's a big wall of machine guns. They have to go through the soft underbelly, as Churchill used to call it, which means they've got to go through Sicily. Problem is, there's 100,000 German troops and a Luftwaffe base out there on Sicily, and they need to find a way to get them out of the way so they can invade. So Sicily's the obvious target. They need to try and convince the Germans they're invading somewhere else, so they move all their troops. Anyway, enter our two heroes.
Yes.
One played by this lady.
Thank you for the lady. There.
Yes.
And MI5 basically came up with a scheme that involved dressing up a corpse as a naval officer, throwing him in the sea and hoping that he would make his way all the way to Hitler with fake documents that would convince him to move 100,000 men to the wrong place. It was a scheme that Winston Churchill really loved. He thought it was hilarious. And it's true. And I think it was a way in which this clever spies at MI5 could do something that felt completely unexpected and completely bizarre. And they hoped that Hitler would fall for it.
Spoiler alert, it was a success.
Thank goodness, yes. It would be quite a sad musical in the end if it didn't work.
Talk to me about how you put this together, though, as well, because I'm right in saying there's a lot of parts in this play, not many actors.
Only 5, yes. There's something like 80 musical together. It was only the 4 of us writers. We didn't have a lot of money. And so we thought, well, the 3 writers, 3 of other writers would be in it. We'd get 2 more people and we would just put it on ourselves, put our show right here in the barn and thinking, we'll do it for a few weeks and hope for the best that someone sees it and likes it and then fast forward a few years.
And then we'll have a chorus line and an orchestra and it's going to be amazing.
Sadly, we didn't get any of that in the end. Next musical, we'll get that. But yeah, fast forward a few years and we've just finished doing it for a year on Broadway. So it's been an unbelievable ride.
And the audiences on Broadway absolutely loved it. You had some big star names endorse it too.
Oh,
we did.
You can't keep Spielberg out there. Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. That was an unexpected twist when he was sat there in the press night.
Yeah, Bette Midler with the most amazing diamond earrings I've ever seen in my entire life. Just wow, just goals. We've been incredibly lucky, and also we've not only had the celebrities, we've had the families of the people we play come and see it. The real life sort of ancestors of the descendants of the people in the mission, which has been so wonderful because we don't exactly take it all. There's an element of seriousness in that we want to pay homage to the fact that there is sacrifice and trauma in this story. But ultimately, we want everyone to have a really good, fun night. And so, we don't always stick to honouring the posh men at the top of the tree. But luckily, the families have been so funny. They have such a good sense of humour. And so I think they're just really grateful that the story is continuing to be told.
And when we say have a fun night, Felix, I'm right in saying you avoided the 1940s music for that reason.
Yes, well, this was the thing. And so when we sat down and we had the story and thought, OK, we've got a story that's set during the war. Yeah. What's it going to sound like? And, because arrangement and the way that music is kind of parcelled with regards to the parts and textures that surround it, it's enormously important for how it hits the brain, how it hits the soul. And so we had to think, well, should we make it all 1940s music?
Which would have been
it's like... That would be your grand finale.
It's the first demo, right?
Exactly. And we thought, well, that's no fun. Well, how about we update it? We sort of... And so try and reflect that to, bring the characters to life in as quick a way as possible.
And when you think about it, you kind of broke all the rules, didn't you? You threw the rule book out.
Never owned one. Never owned one.
It helped,
or an
like,
instruction manual.
Yeah, we don't need it. I think we come from the fringe of the fringe comedy. We've been doing like Edinburgh shows for years, and I think what we hope is that this show, you know, shows young people and theatre makers out there that, like, if you stick to the things that you love and you make work with your friends and you find a story that you want to back 100%, regardless of whether you're ever going to get a mortgage or go on holiday or, you know, all the things that normal people are supposed to want, amazing things can happen. And we feel very grateful that our little dream of, like, just putting on a show together has, I think, hopefully, you know, it will inspire other people to follow their passions, because you never know. It might not take you all the way to Broadway, but I think it really makes life worth living.
But
to
it
do
might.
It might. Well,
Yes.
exactly.
It might.
As per the rule book, it might.
It might, yeah.
Spielberg might turn up. You just don't know.
Yeah, God, it's getting annoying now. We should
He needs to.
Got all the name dropping.
Nice to see you both.
Thank you
It's
so
Thank you
much.
for
amazing.
telling us
Thank
about it,
you, thank
Felix.
you. And I do really like this backdrop. I feel like we're on some kind of Mediterranean
I
holiday.
feel like we're in